Hello everybody, with you today Danny at Art Symbol Studios. I wanted to play around with Sennelier Acrylics, so I decided that we are going to do the review of these guys. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the paints themselves first, and then we're gonna go to do the painting and see how they performed. Enjoy the video. So first I got this set of the neon colors, and I thought that I'll give it a fair chance if I get other paints from the same line, because I didn't like how this swatched. They looked very transparent when I was swatching them. So I didn't think that, I thought that maybe I need to put something underneath, but I wanted to use the same brand, if it makes sense. And then I went out and I bought a set, an extra one here. I didn't realize that this was a matte set and not, and the other guys are, I think, part of the original. And then I found out that, oh, because I thought I was getting the same thing for the set and an extra. I thought that this was too warm, so I wanted a colder color in my set for the reds. And this one doesn't say matte on this, and that's how I decided, oh, okay, so what's going on here? Why is this not matte? Is it just a bigger on a different packaging? So they have in Sennelier line for the abstract acrylics, they have, so let me show you really quick. I printed out, I don't know if you can see from here, but they have it in like a paint marker or whatever that's called, and then there's like a huge pouch, a smaller one, a even smaller one, and those are these little teeny ones that are 60 mil. And then they have the inks. So it looks like they all, like the colors. So let me show you, like one of these colors, for example. I couldn't find the actual like information on the pigment or light fastness or anything on their website about these paints. And I looked on the box that it came in, and it doesn't really say. It just says, here's your colors and they're matte, and that's kind of it. So but the number, they all correspond to like a different settings, whether it's original or the marker or the ink, and they don't all have all the same colors. Like, for example, the original comes in 60 colors and the matte comes in 35 colors. I don't know for the inks or the paint marker, how many are those? I guess we can count them, but that's it. There's no other information. So even when I printed out their color charts, this really just kind of goes through, well, we have this different packaging basically for the acrylics, and here's the colors, and it has the number, it has the name, and it has like what it comes in. Like sap green only comes in original, I guess, or something like that. So for the ones that I have, I made a little swatch, and it's the same thing. I didn't really, even though I didn't use any water here, and I put a lot of the color on, and it's kind of transparency. I don't like the orange at all. I like pink is okay. It doesn't look the same on the camera, but it does look very neon, and then the yellow looks very neon. The green and the blue don't really look that neon to me on the paper. Like it's okay. They didn't mix a brown between these colors. Maybe it's too light, but it looks like there's not a lot of pigment in it. So look how light it is. It almost doesn't, it's just kind of lighted up orange or whatever that is. The purple came out okay. It's not the it came out okay. It's fine. I'm happy with the purple. And I think this is where I was kind of like, oh, what's going on with this paints? So the matte, where it says matte on the pouches, they're really matte. It's like acrylic gouache. I guess it's the same thing, probably. They're opaque and like they are very kind of velvety. The mixes came out okay with those matte colors I liked. So we have a little orange, mistle green, purple, kind of more on the bluer side. And this one is different. See how streaky this is? This one is this other magenta color that I got in the original formula. And it's not matte, it's not glossy either. I think these other guys are glossier, but this one is more satin, and this is what they claim on their packaging and on their website, that this is a satin finish. So let's do the painting, and I'll tell you guys how I feel about this paints. So I did find light fastness and pigment information and opacity and everything on the actual pouches. I don't know why they don't have it online on their website, but I do see there's the pigment on the pouch, there's the transparency, light fastness. All I see is one for all of the ones that I have. I don't know if it comes in any other light fastness, or are they claiming that they all really light fast. The only ones they didn't have that information were those neon colors. So those will just say pigment, fluorescent, something, and that's kind of, I don't know, it doesn't say the actual, it doesn't say the transparency or light fastness. It says not rated for all of them, so I'm guessing it's not light fast. And yeah, that magenta color that I got, it does say that it is transparent on the actual pouch. So I guess it's doing what it says that it's doing. I did not like that. So the paints themselves, let's start with the good. That little set of matte abstract acrylics that I got, that I didn't realize that it was smaller and what they really were, those are awesome. Really, really like them. Even the ones, like I'm looking at, I think it's the old kind of a primary yellow, primary red, primary blue, but when I'm looking at it, on the yellow it says it's semi-opaque. I did not have any issues just covering everything I want with this paint. When I started blending them, they blended really well between the matte colors, and then they only kind of, and it's not a drawback, it's just I think it's the fact that they are matte, they dry faster than kind of a standard acrylic. But this is the same, like acrylic gouache dries really, really fast, and it's going there. It didn't dry like insanely fast like Turner, that dries so quick you can't blend anything with it, well, I guess I can't, but it does dry quickly. So I don't know if I was working on a different type of painting, if it would have worked for blending effects, but for this one, just because it has all of the kind of a chunky large areas of the same color, that this matte paint would have worked perfectly. I only have like what, 3 colors really. I have a black and a white and that other magenta color that I got, but with what I have in all of the neon colors, I couldn't really I couldn't figure out how to blend the turquoise. So I did use, like at the end, I used the Liquitex version of that turquoise that I have on the painting. I I did not like how the blues came out, and really I only have like one blue, that one primary blue. So maybe I need some other blue to like mix it. I don't know. So that is the only problem that I had with this one. So now the neon colors I did not like at all. First of all, when you open them up, they stink. I can't, it's a plasticky, it's like nasty. I don't know what's up with that. That was kind of, what is happening? The other, I thought maybe it was the original formula, but that magenta one does not smell. When I open it, it doesn't smell. It's just like normal. So I don't know what's up with those neon colors from that perspective. And they are very transparent. I couldn't even, like in one place I did put some pink on and then put the neon color on top, and it did show up kind of good. But by itself, it's just, it's way too weak. Like I can't even, like I tried to build it up by itself, and it's just not what I want. And what I want in neon colors is really poppy neon colors, are very, very opaque. This is not that. So I would not recommend those at all. The original formula, I don't think I want to try, to be honest, and that's pretty rare. And I like Sennelier, I like their watercolors and their other stuff, and their like the artist acrylics, those are really good. But for some reason, so that I think this neon colors is a part of the same original kind of a mix. It doesn't blend really well. It's like when you put it on a palette, it's super plasticky and it kind of repels from each other. It was really weird. When I put that magenta in the mix, that did not, and I don't know if it was because one has a different base for the matte and the other one is more this glossy plasticky stuff, and it's not even glossy, it is satin when you put it on some surface. So I don't know, like I'm gonna skip the original version for the abstract. I really, really, really like the matte. I am definitely gonna get more of those, even though I think they only come in those small pouches, but it's fine. Like, it's fine. Maybe they'll make more later on. And I think 35 colors, that's a good mix. I think I'm gonna probably try their inks and see if I like their texture and opacity or how they lay down, but I'm gonna skip the original version. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe. Love to all, and have a great day.